The pallbearers lifted Grandma's coffin, preparing to take it to the cemetery, but it accidentally triggered a chain reaction. A flower petal floated down and knocked over a picture frame. The frame hit a plate, then a bottle fell. He paused a piece of wood to roll out the door. The wood struck a slipper. An apple was pushed outside by a cane. The teapot tipped over, water spilled everywhere. A startled mouse climbed onto a broom and knocked down a ladder. The ladder struck a giant boulder. The boulder rolled down the hillside. It smashed right into the two brothers' car. They had no choice but to carry the coffin themselves. The two of them hauled it over mountains and through valleys, steadying each other every step of the way until they reached a forest thick with thorns. They turned the coffin sideways, carefully navigating around every sharp branch, and made it through without a scratch. Then a hunter spotted them, mistook the whole thing for a pair of crows, and fired 3 shots straight at the coffin. They dropped everything and ran. A branch snagged the older brother's hat. They climbed on top of the coffin to reach it, slipped, and the coffin went rolling down the hillside. Luckily, a boulder at the bottom stopped it cold. But when they opened it, Grandma was gone. She was hanging from a tree nearby. The brothers carried the coffin to the roadside and tried to flag down passing cars. Every single one drove right past them. The younger brother had an idea: lay Grandma in the middle of the road and fake a traffic accident. What they didn't expect was a vulture dropping out of the sky. They threw rocks to chase it off and accidentally hit Grandma in the eye. They finally got a ride, but the driver was an absolute disaster behind the wheel. He slammed on the brakes without warning, and the coffin launched off the back and plunged straight into a pit at a nearby construction site. The younger brother figured they might as well just bury her right there. The older brother refused, so they pressed on. They hadn't gone far before they went over the edge of a cliff. A tree branch caught them on the way down, barely. When they opened their eyes, they'd landed right next to a cemetery. Then the boulder came rolling toward them again. By the time they came to, they were already buried underground. And that's when Grandma suddenly woke up too. A moment later, a flock of white doves came drifting in and transformed in an instant into the Grim Reaper himself, ready to take all of them. He had come to collect their souls. The brothers were furious. Death had shown up to do a job that was rightfully theirs. They decided to fight back. In the end, they got Grandma back to the cemetery and covered her with the broken coffin lid.